Well, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, where nothing fits, but yet everything fits. So I had to laugh this morning because I have a very small fan club, and somebody messaged me and says, when are you going to have your Zen Fits? Well, I just happen to have one already. So I was my first comment this message or comment this morning or dialogue was with a friend who bikes all the time. He tracks. He's an avid bike rider every day, and he goes miles. And he tracks them on, shows them little track squiggles on the map, where he's been, and so I got to thinking about, and he was interested in meditation, and or something that he had read, and so it got me aware that our understanding of meditation is too limited. We think of meditation as we have to go sit on a cushion or on a chair or something for 20 minutes or something, and then you go ahead and do the rest of the stuff, But this is a very limited view of meditation, and I got to thinking, what is meditation about? And it's really about, from my viewpoint here, meditation is an attack or a defense against habit mind. Now, habit mind is our normal state of mind. Habit mind is thinking mind. That's a habit. Our greatest addiction is thinking. Think. We're addicted to thinking, and thinking is a habit. And it runs in patterns. If you observe thinking, you'll notice, particularly if you get in a worry loop, where you're thinking about some problem, there's a little anxiety about something, and thinking will be activated, and it starts going around and around and around like wow, 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 wow. You're thinking about it, and you'll notice that thinking about the same words. Just a tape loop, wow, 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 wow. And so thinking is a habit. And it will often be random thinking. I think it's sequitur. What is that? Anyway, non sequitur is like random thoughts, just stupid shit, But then there'll be little whirlpools of thinking. As soon as there's a little bit of an anxiety, the thinking will come in and just start looping around it. Wow, 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 and then it can grow. Can't sleep, can't do anything, thinking. And so what is the remedy here? Well, the remedy is meditation, but not just sitting meditation. Not like my friend. So I talked to my friend about his biking is his meditation. Now, or maybe you're knitting, or maybe cooking, or maybe for me writing, or this talking is a meditation for me. I'm certainly not thinking about doing my taxes right now. I'm not worried about anything right now. I'm meditating. I'm doing this talk. That's all there is, you see. So meditation is just doing what you're doing without thinking coming in, trying to reroute your doing into a circular train, into a circular train route, So thinking once, habit mind, is secure in the pattern. And the pattern is past. The habit is a past. Habit is the past on a pattern. So a habit is the past as a pattern of thinking. And of course, then we can get into a pattern of doing something. When the thinking pattern and the body then become one pattern, then we have, like a alcoholic or something, But anyway, so I just want to focus on the idea of habit and the fact that consciousness is a habit. Conscious mind is habit mind because it operates in patterns that are known, named, known. and they are. It's like going through life looking in the rearview mirror. So the habit comes out of the past, and it superimposes itself on the present. Now the present is meditation. So habit mind comes in and tries to get, you do something that you love, that you're not for no reason, you're not getting paid for it or something. It's something that comes out of you, like cooking or woodworking or wood burning or whatever. So you love doing this, and your doing of it is going to be creative in the sense that your life is involved, is doing it. Your mind, your habit is not doing it. So your meditation then is kind of like creating a clear space in a pond full of algae. Algae, the algae is the past, the habit. So you create a little place in it, and you do that, and that is your meditation. And it can be anything that you do that has no that is living. You're just doing it as something that is alive, and you're not just doing a pattern. But you get the point here. So the habit mind hates this. So the habit mind is going to try and invade your meditation, your little clear space. The algae wants to come in, you see, because the algae wants to cover, it will cover everything, like kudzu. Here in the South you have kudzu, which will take over everything if you don't fight it back. So the habit is like kudzu, and it will take over everything and smother everything until you're just living in a habit mind and wondering, what you're missing. So the intention to meditate is important. The intention to meditate, whether for 20 minutes I'm going to sit, or I'm going to go bike riding today, or I'm going to the gym, or I'm going to do my wood burning, or I'm going to do cooking, do something that is my meditation, you see, will have to fight the habit mind, which will always say, well, there's more important things for you. You should be doing, you need a break today. Do something that's useful, like watching TV. In other words, do your habit. See, so there's this conflict between intention and intention to be alive and the intention to be dead. The intention to be alive is to meditate, to be what you're doing passionately, without thinking about doing your taxes while you're doing it, but just eating a bowl of cereal, for God's sakes. Eating a bowl of cereal like I love Cheerios. Because when I eat the bowl of Cheerios, the little Cheerios are floating in there, and suddenly it looks like I'm looking at it down from afar, and maybe an ocean, with rocks in it or something. Or when I drink the milk, it's like I'm a cat drinking milk. In other words, it's just wow, I'm eating cereal, and there's no bound. It's not just like cereal. I'm not just eating cereal, you see. I'm eating the eating of the cereal. I'm eating the eating of the cereal is without boundaries. So habits create boundaries, you see. And that's the pattern. It's the groove, you see. So the meditation frees you from boundaries. It's like habits are ice and meditation is water. And so what you want to do when you meditate is that you are like heating up the ice. And the habit wants to come in and freeze over the water, but you keep the water warm with your intention to be alive. And so that intention keeps the water of meditation warm, and the ice can't get a foothold. So the ice keeps retreating. The ice age is going. The glaciers of habit are retreating by just keeping your meditation warm with the intention to be alive. With your intention to be alive. See, habit mind is not alive. It's dead. It lives in language. And language is words. And words are stored in memory. And it's information. So we kind of like live today. America is living in this ice field of habit. And there's always this struggle to heat it up and break out and become alive, you see. So in our personal lives, that little yearning to meditate, which is, again, just the intention to be alive, a warm-blooded living thing, creates a space where it can be alive. And then, in time, with practice, you can spill that space into the whole field of life. So at work becomes a meditation. So doing something at home, because so everything becomes your meditation, basically. But again, free meditation from the restriction of language, and just see it as being free, being alive, and seeing life fresh, as if for the first time, you see. So when you're meditating, you're seeing what you're doing for the first time. So, anyway, I hope this is a little way to frame meditation as a war between meditation, freedom, and security. Habit is security. We want to be secure, and we can find security in our habits. Meditation is freedom, and we want to be free. So these two drives, security and freedom, are constantly clashing and rubbing together like a fault line, like the Andreas Fault in California. And they're going to create two different reactions, either an explosion of creativity or an explosion of violence. Because the tension rubs and gets, like the tension would be, this wants to go this way, and this wants to go that way, and now we're at unity, and these tension, then there's a release. Back to one, you see. And then the tension, and it goes to as far as it can, and so when it goes back like that, it's either going to be destructive, a Zen fit, or it's going to be a Zen fit. It's either going to be everything is destroyed, I have a nervous breakdown, a mass shooter just says the hell with it and shoots everybody or whatever, or there is a creative explosion. Either way, there's going to be an explosion to this tension between these two imperatives or forces for freedom and security. Meditation versus habit. Anyway, that's my Zen fit for today. Thanks for dropping in.